Hey everybody, it's time to hop aboard the Big Thunder Podcast. Wildest podcast in the wilderness. Yeehaw! And here's your hosts, Bo and Abby.
Hey, welcome to the Big Thunder Podcast. We're your hosts, Bo
and Abby.
Today on the show, Disneyland is throwing a popular festival for beloved characters, and Disney World is countering with an equally exciting new attraction.
Plus, are you ready for Disney's first R-rated superhero movie?
And dates have been announced for a popular EPCOT festival, so what's the problem?
And to get hyped for May the 4th, we're playing a unique game of Star Wars trivia today. Cheers.
Before we get started, I do want to say I was recently a guest on the Buzzword podcast, Buzzword the podcast. I've been on a few, and it's a good time. And Bevan's always been a good friend of the show, so he's really helped me out a lot behind the scenes, encouraged me with this podcast, and inspired me to be somewhat of a game show host. So check out Buzzword the podcast. I usually lose based on some kind of strange technicality, and I throw a fit about it. So what strange technicality am I throwing a fit about this time? Check out Buzzword the podcast.
On with the news.
On with the news. As I stated in the tease, Disneyland is having a big festival right now. It's Pixarfest out there in Disneyland Resort. So that's in both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure.
Very excited and also sad because I want to be there.
I know. Running through August 4th, both parks have lots of decor and food, shows, merchandise, fireworks. Rare characters are out, including ones from Elemental, Luca, Turning Red, Onward, and what I think is probably a big hit for a lot of people is they have a Talking Doug.
That's fun.
The dog from Up. And one of the things I think is maybe the most special, have you seen any of the fireworks show they do?
No.
So are you familiar with, I know you're familiar with how Tink comes at the end of the fireworks show? So Buzz, they'll have Buzz fly.
Fun.
And the coolest part is they'll have the house from Up fly with the balloons.
That's really cool.
I know. That would be very exciting to see. I liked it in the parades they've been doing. So they have May from Turning Red as in her big panda form.
Okay.
But they have her friends and Four Town are all on the float.
Fun.
And they're played by what Disney calls face characters. So it's they're not in big bulky costumes, which I liked a lot because usually whenever they have children, they're big bulky characters. Like Lilo's a character. She's not played by a child. Yeah, and I think they creep me out. Lilo, it gives me the creeps a little bit. So I don't know what the cutoff is. I don't know if it's because they're sort of teenagers that...
Probably.
Yeah, I know Hero, when they do the Big Hero 6, Hero, he's a face character.
Yeah. Lilo's probably what? 6?
Yeah.
5?
Yeah. One beef I do have with it is how they have Ember in it from Elemental. Similar to how Jessie is over in Toy Story. For whatever reason, they don't have necks. Where's Ember's neck?
Oh, yeah.
Jessie has no neck. They are neckless.
I just watched Ember and Wade come out.
Yeah.
And they looked so good. I guess I didn't pay attention. She was walking.
I
didn't have time to wait in line and critique.
Well, every time I see a new character, I'm like, does that one have a neck?
Jessie is particularly wild, though. It's I remember the first time seeing her, I was like, something's weird, but I couldn't place it.
Can you put your finger on it?
Mm-hmm. And it goes until August 4th.
Yes.
So you're going to whisk me away
I would love to. As soon as we get more sponsors for this podcast.
If we reach 10 subscribers, Bo will take me to Disneyland.
Not that Mini Vacay, our current sponsor, isn't paying the bills, but let's see if we can get some of those. We need one of those mattress companies to come in and sponsor this podcast, or a razor company that eliminated the middleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need one of those sponsors. All right, now I said that Disney World is countering with an equally appealing new attraction.
Well, it couldn't be Tiana. At first I thought Tiana, but Disneyland's also getting...
Nope. It's going to be something bigger than Tiana.
Opening right now?
Yep. We're talking about Smellephants on Parade. Right, real quick.
Spit. I was so...
Real quick recap, Smellephants on Parade.
Speaking of sponsors, somehow Scentsy worked their way into a Disney board meeting and convinced them that having giant elephants that were scented throughout Storybook Circus to be up. So like one elephant, while it looks like the statues themselves, I think are very whimsical.
No shade
and fun.
on those.
The first one that came out was a popcorn one.
Yep.
And then there's a cotton candy one.
Yep.
And basically, so they're just like Scentsy smells.
Yes.
Sponsored by Scentsy.
Yes. It's not an actual parade.
No, you can just go around, find these things, and then take a big whiff.
Yep.
Because sometimes, maybe it's like Disney's way to combat smells they don't want.
Sure.
And like back in that area with lots of baby diapers and things, they're like, this is brilliant.
So as the story goes, Timothy Q. Mouse is looking for a whiff-assistant to join Dumbo's newest act. At the ticket booth in front of Big Top Souvenirs, a cast member will provide guests with a sticker sheet and an illustrated map to guide them to find all 8 Smellephant statues scattered around Storybook Circus, using the stickers and map to track their progress. As you said, there was popcorn. That was the first one. He was soon followed by snow cone, candy apple, cotton candy, and corn dog. So, as of recording, those are the only ones that have been revealed. That's only 5. What will the other 3 be? What do you think? My vote's wet clown.
Do you know what they are?
No.
Oh.
I'm assuming one will be peanuts.
Anywho, I am not the biggest fan of this. I think it's a bit redonkulous.
What other MLMs do you think should have
no
fix in Disney?
You. I think that's it. I think it's the fact that it's an MLM, and I'm just like...
All right, and moving over into the world of Disney movies, there's a new trailer for the next MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe film, Deadpool and Wolverine. You just watched it. What are your thoughts?
I loved that they chose the Madonna song.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a fun juxtaposition, right?
Yes.
Good job, me. It looks like something our children cannot watch. Well, I mean, we knew that all along. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
You love Deadpool.
It's going to be so bloody, though. If that's how much was in the trailer, it's going to be rough.
Yeah. I know. I think you forget how much you love Deadpool.
Yeah.
You crack up so much.
It's very good.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's just really inappropriate.
It is now, Deadpool has entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And how? Because of X-Men?
Yeah, so like...
But like X-Men aren't ever a part of it.
Well, so Deadpool and the X-Men, the rights to those films were owned by Fox. Disney acquired Fox. Okay. So now...
And that's why Spider-Man got to be a part of it?
That's different. That's a different deal. So Spider-Man was licensed by Sony.
Oh, right.
So he got to come in because of just like a deal they made. Okay. But like the Fox characters and Fantastic Four as well, they were also... Fox had the rights to those films. Okay. So now that Disney owned Fox or bought all that, now those characters can cross over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay. And we saw in a previous trailer that Deadpool was confronted by the TVA, who are from Loki. Right. And then they need him to come in and fix some timeline shenanigans.
And that's why he went to Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay. So as we said, this is the first one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that will be rated R. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are returning. It's directed by Sean Levy, who directed The Atom Project, Free Guy, The Night at the Museum movies, Real Steel, which is a Hugh Jackman punching robots or fighting robots, or he trains robots to fight. That's what it is. He trains robots to fight. And then he also directed the famous Jet Jackson.
I loved that show. Do you know he died?
Jet Jackson?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He committed suicide.
That's a bummer.
You know, I'm bringing a lot to today's episode. I'm sick, and apparently this is my mood. I've been listening to the Tortured Poets Department, and apparently I'm just in a mood to talk about low things.
But also his ties to the Atom Project is why there's rumors that
Percy Jackson
kid.
And Lily cannot watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's a bummer for her. I'll tell her all about it.
Because he's going to be baby.
So there's a character called Kid Pool. Okay. So in the comics, there are kind of, I guess, variants of Deadpool. There's Dog Pool, who is in the trailer. There's Lady Deadpool. And then there's Kid Pool.
Do you think Disney would let him be in it and be naughty right now, since he's like the rising Disney star for them?
The only way to find out is to check out the movie when it comes out in July. There's also rumors to be more cameos from various characters. Well, yeah, that's true. Taylor Swift has been rumored to be in it.
I watched a whole YouTube video.
Jennifer Garner's been rumored to be in it as Elektra. Yeah. Who else would? Yeah.
Yes, but Ben
Affleck might be in it.
He who shall not be named.
We'll see.
Taylor Swift, the Swifties, have torn apart her new video because there's a bathtub on the roof of one of the scenes where she's in like an asylum, and they are saying it's an Easter egg to when she wore Deadpool's outfit, Ryan Reynolds' actual outfit for Halloween one year, and took a picture in his bathtub.
Okay, I don't remember anything about that, but
are you gonna cut everything I say out?
No.
Oh, anyway. I did that this weekend.
All right, so that's going to do it for the news. Do you want to do a new mini vacay ad, or do you want to roll with the last one?
I'm too sick.
My best friend Liz and I are Disney travel planners, and we also plan Universal trips, and our company is called Mini Vacay. Mini Vacay is a partner with Gateway to Magic Travel, which is an authorized Disney vacation planner and a Disney earmarked agency. That just means they're legitimate. Our services are completely free, and we can't wait to help you plan your next magical vacation.
The last time you planned a trip for me, I got this cool mug.
I didn't even notice. I got this shirt.
For those of you watching on YouTube, you'll be able to tell that this is my Gaston mug that once held LeFou's Brew. Mm-hmm. One thing I do want to talk to you about is the Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah,
coming.
My favorite.
The Food and Wine Festival runs from August 29th to November 23rd this year. This is a festival at EPCOT where you can travel around in more countries at little booths and get various delicacies. Last time we were there, we stopped at the Alps and got delicious, ham and cheese set up. Yeah, it was delicious.
It was so much cheese.
The controversy this year, though, is that it's running about a month shorter than normal.
Yes, I think that's great, though, because typically they run out of food.
Yep.
And there has been, not complaints, but, notes that, EPCOT has 4 festivals, and it's getting to the point where you can't ever just be at EPCOT without a festival, so it's kind of taking away the speciality of it.
Yeah, I think it was running longer, too, because it was a 2020 protocol.
Yeah.
I think the theory was if they spread it out longer, they'd have less people congesting into, those
first opening
3 months,
couple
whatever.
weeks.
Yeah.
Which, no, that didn't happen. They just ran out of food.
Yeah. But we love the Food and Wine Festival, so if you need a trip booked from August 29th to November 23rd, you should contact
Mini Vacay. And also, if you want to go for Christmas time, the Festival of the Holidays is right after that.
That's right. All right, to the game.
To the game.
In honor of the upcoming Star Wars holiday, May the 4th, we're going to be playing a game called May the Facts Be With You. Here's our very first question. There is definitely not a question that didn't get recorded. Just like there are 9 films in the Skywalker saga, there are 9 questions in this game.
Perfect.
Okay. This question is done Jeopardy style.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. For 10 points. Mm-hmm. Found at Backlot Express in Hollywood Studios, this rhyming confectionery treat is named after the local population of the planet Kashyyyk.
What is the Wookiee cookie?
That is correct. 10 points.
Which is not as good anymore.
Yeah, they changed the recipe, and
everybody noticed. Even DFB was like, we got to go back and look into it, and we apologize for giving you all bad information.
Yeah.
Was once the best.
Was once a great cookie. Mm-hmm. The part of the parks dedicated to Star Wars in both Hollywood Studios and Disneyland can be referred to by 3 different names. Its official Disney name, the planet it represents in the Star Wars universe, and the specific location on that planet where you can find Ronto Roasters, Oga's Cantina, and more. I will give you 10 points for each one of those names you can give me.
Okay, Disney's Galaxy's Edge.
Correct.
Batuu.
Correct, that is the planet.
And what was the other one?
The specific location on Batuu.
The only thing I know is Black Spire Outpost. I was like, I only know Tatooine.
And Black Spire Outpost, yeah, Tatooine's a completely different planet.
Yeah, well, that's the word I know.
Very good. So clean sweep on that one. 30 points. All right, next question.
Black Spire Outpost is a place on the planet?
Yeah, so that's like
a town?
Yes.
Okay.
At Star Wars Launch Bay, located in the animation courtyard of Hollywood Studios, guests can meet 3 different Star Wars characters. I'll give you 10 points for each one you can name.
You went so easy on me. I appreciate this. It's Darth Vader.
Yep.
Chewbacca.
Correct.
And BB-8.
That's right. Clean
and we
sweep.
met all of them.
We did.
Are you going to impose footage right now?
I sure could.
Of our family meeting them?
You understand the power of the dark side. Do not put your faith in the Jedi. They will not protect you.
Next question.
Okay.
They say never meet your heroes, and I learned that is 100% true. Mm-hmm. Not because they could let you down, but because maybe you'll let them down.
Yeah.
For 10 points, how did I make a bad first impression on Chewbacca?
You were wearing your magic band it was your Darth Vader magic band.
Darth Vader.
And the moment you walked in, the very moment, it was like Chewie just immediately went to your wrist. And he
knew.
He made his Wookiee sounds.
Oh, Chewie.
And he took it off of you and he said, "Get out of my house."
He put it in the garbage.
I can't get into my hotel without that.
I am always Team Rebels. I will always be Rebel Alliance. The problem is, I just wear a lot of black.
Yeah.
So
they didn't have a Chewie option.
No, they didn't.
They only had Darth Vader at that point.
Yeah. Well, they had like 3PO and R2-D2.
Oh,
and it was bright white, and I just wear so much black.
Yeah.
To the point where the next time I met Chewie, you remember, I was wearing my Darth Vader hoodie, and I made sure to hide it so he wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
Next question for 10 points. In 2011, Star Tours in Hollywood Studios was updated and rebranded as Star Tours: The Adventure Continues.
Okay.
One notable change was that Captain Rex was no longer piloting the tour, instead having been replaced by this character who debuted in the very first Star Wars film.
Oh, it's not R2-D2.
Nope.
It's his friend.
Yes.
He's gold.
Yes.
What is his name? Oh my god. What's his name? 3CPO?
Pretty close.
What is it?
C-3PO.
Yeah.
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 Not 3CPO.
C-3PO.
I'll give it to you. Now, what is Rex's current job?
Is he at Oga's?
That's right.
Cantina, he's the DJ?
He crashed on Batuu, and Oga reprogrammed him to be a DJ in the cantina. Okay, this next question. This refreshing location gets its boldly colored beverages from Bubba Wamba's family farms after Bubba Wamba was sent by his family on Tatooine to run a bantha farm on Batuu.
Is it Oga's Cantina?
It is not. That's run by Oga.
Okay. This is
a refreshing location that has boldly colored beverages.
Is it like where you get blue milk?
It is where you get blue milk. What is it called?
The milk stand?
Yes, it's just called the milk stand.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know. The
blue milk is harvested by the banthas on Batuu. The green milk is imported from Ahch-To.
Is that a animal or a planet?
It's a planet.
Okay.
It's in The Last Jedi. You see Luke harvesting some of it for his own. It's kind of a gross scene.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you have a preference between blue and green milk?
Blue.
Blue all day. Same. I prefer the blue milk.
The green was not good.
It had it was like an Apple Jacks flavor. Do you know what's a fun fact about this milk?
Huh.
Non-dairy.
I was waiting for you to be like, it's the exact same, they just color it.
No, it's definitely different flavors, but no, it's a non-dairy. It's not
like an almond milk.
I don't know. It's kind of like a coconut milk.
I would believe it to be a coconut milk.
Yeah. Next question. In Galaxy's Edge, you'll often hear cast members using phrases unique to Batuu, such as "Till the spires," "Only the ancients know," and the call and response, "Ignite the spark, light the fire." Uh-huh. During the day, a common greeting is "Bright suns." Uh-huh. What is the phrase used in the evening?
Rising moons.
That's right, rising moons.
The last time we were there, they didn't talk. The night shift people didn't talk to us in code.
Yeah, were we there for Jollywood, though? Was that when it was? Or do you mean when we went on our trip?
No.
Like on our family
when
trip?
When we were there for Jollywood and we had to go in and we bought your Kyber crystal.
Yeah.
The person told me to have a good night. And I was like, you're in trouble.
That's not the experience I want.
I know. I was like, you're going to be in trouble, man. I could have been an undercover
You're supposed to say, till the spires. Or at least good journey. All right, last question.
Okay.
You're doing very well.
I know a lot about the park.
This one's a trickier one.
Okay.
But it is a park question.
Okay.
Frank Oz has brought to life dozens of incredible characters throughout his career, including the wise Jedi Master Yoda. What other characters of Frank's can you find in Hollywood studios?
Okay, in Hollywood studios. Kermit? No.
Fozzie? You're in the right part of the park, but yep, Fozzie.
Okay. I know there's a lot of the Muppets.
Yep.
Fozzie.
I would accept Fozzie.
And Miss Piggy?
Yep, there's a lot of Miss, especially when you hear her laugh. Like, that's very Yoda.
Yeah.
And then the other one I would have accepted would have been Sam the Eagle. He's
not in Hollywood Studios.
He's in Muppet Vision, though. But yes, he's also in Epcot. He has the Regal Eagle. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
20.
If there's like a study that you could do on like a study about Star Wars, and like maybe it's like cilantro, where it's like people either love it or hate it. And like for me, it's like Star Wars, and it's like the minute someone talks about it, like my brain can't compute.
Oh no, I get that all the time. Only it's like when people want to talk about like a Roth IRA.
Yeah. Okay, well that's like for me, it's not that I don't want to know it or don't want to understand it. It's just like there's just nothing there. Like I can't remember planets' names. I can't remember characters' names. I can't remember anything, and I don't know. Yeah,
like I would love to be able to do my taxes.
I do our taxes,
but somebody's got to. Because all I hear is nonsense, but I can tell you all about Bubba Wombo's family farm.
Yeah, is that like Bubba Womba?
Yeah.
The tub thumping.
Chubba Womba.
Yeah.
As a person with no emotional connection to Star Wars, what is your general feelings on Galaxy's Edge?
I love Galaxy's Edge. It's very cool. I don't think we need to spend as much time in it as we always do.
I feel like we're always rushed out of it.
I feel like we have gone there thrice in 4 years, and on the first time it was like, okay, I get it. The second time it was like, okay, but like there's more over here. And the third time I specifically said, there's Toy Story, there's Beauty and the Beast show, there's other things. And you know what you did? You just made me go to Star Wars Launch Bay longer.
Hey, that's on you. You kept wanting to meet characters. I only wanted to meet Vader. You said we need to go say hi to Chewie again. And we only went to BB-8. No offense, BB-8. We only went to BB-8 because Chewie was off-world.
Yeah.
And we had to wait for him to get back. So we went to go see BB-8.
Yeah. No, I think it's wonderful. The food is either really hit or miss. The drinks are hit or miss. I love it at night the most, walking through like the market with the lights and stuff. The shows are fun. I like that there's interactive characters walking around. I wish Disney had more of that. Disneyland has a lot of that, but Disney World doesn't, where you just like have an experience with characters.
Yeah. Next week we will be talking Universal. We'll be playing a Universal game. Okay. And there's supposed to be big news, correct?
Supposedly, because it's halfway to Halloween, the first April, the end of April, beginning of May.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for Mickey's Not So Scary party news, and Universal's teasing some stuff for Halloween Horror Nights. Those tickets are already on sale, though.
I know they're teasing like vintage stuff, like throwback stuff at Universal, and I think everyone's leaning towards Jaws, which would be cool. But I want some confrontation. I need more King Kong around.
Yeah. Do you think you'll get to Halloween Horror Nights this year?
No, I will not get to Halloween Horror Nights this year. but I love to live vicariously through the YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for the show this week. If you are listening to us on podcast, make sure you leave a review, give us a rating. If you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. You can also find us on Instagram at Big Thunder Pod. If you have a question, send it to bigthunderpod@gmail.com. Join us next week for Universal.
Thanks for coming.
And enjoy the ride.